Time now for the one and only, the original Friday Night Sports Blitz.
Hey, welcome back to the Friday Night Sports Blitz, Week 10 in action here. Yep. And the first game that we have for you guys in this block, we got some Wildcats to show you.
Yeah, GP, they've been really good in district so far. So is Flower Bluff, though. We saw Bluff win last night, so we'll see if GP can match him tonight. Wildcats hosting Pharr Valley View out of the Valley, as the name would suggest. Well, here, the Tigers, though, on the offensive early. Jaden Rosillo with the keeper, first down, but the drive would stall. But Valley View getting a break here as the Wildcats put the ball on the carpet. That's not what you want to see. Valley View recovers an early mistake for Brent Davis's team.
Uncharacteristic of that team.
Very much so. Later on, GP on the offensive. Reed Doom's going to connect with Colton Harrison right in front of the camera. So worked once, do it again. Dooms again. Right in front of the camera to Harrison. GP now starting to get it going. Then here, Dooms finding Brody Mitchell for the score. GP goes up 7-0. They eventually would crank it up. Let's take a look at the final, 58-0. So that sets up the district championship at Flower Bluff next week. We've been waiting for it all season.
Oh yeah, talk about building up the anticipation. All right, let's look at the next matchup between the Vernia Bears and the Beeville Jones Trojans. This, a district championship game in Beeville. So very exciting at this game. All right, so let's start out with Keegan Hajic going deep to Colton Schmid, keeping 2 feet in bounds. And then he would call his own number, Keegan would, and take it in for the touchdown, giving Vernia a 7-0 lead. So Chris Souza trying to rally his guys.
Yeah, you know, they've been flawless so far in district leading up to this game.
And a good pass right there from Elijah Zapata to Darian Perez for a nice Beeville first down. They would attempt the field goal here, but were unsuccessful. So the score still 7-0 Vernia. Now they are able to run it in, and that is an opportunity for them to extend their lead 14-0. Garrett Lamb with the touchdown there. Now Beeville, they coughed it up here, and so that set up an opportunity for them, for Vernia to get it, but then it happened again, so it went back and forth, 2 defensive stops,
normally
and Beeville recovers.
Is not a team you want to give, extra possessions to, but hey, Beeville took advantage there at least.
Oh yeah, and so Beeville's defense able to stop, get a big time stop right there, and then off of kind of a little bit of a bad snap here, and then look at that Keegan Hajic, he fumbles it in the end zone, so Beeville Jones recovers. So even though Beeville had a hard time on offense, their defense coming up big time in this game too.
Yeah, keeping a minute early.
Elijah Sesteta with a big time connection through the air, and man, was that a good momentum feeling for Beeville, but that drive would stall. So on 4th down here, look at this, drops the punt return, so a special teams turnover, and Beeville again gets the ball back.
Kind of an ugly game, both sides really for a while there.
And then look at this.
Oh, no.
Now Beeville, they got the ball back, and then they just give it right back to Vernia, and then they bring it in for a defensive score. They were up 21-0 at this point, so it was really all over the place. Let's take a look at the final score.
Wow.
49-0. Beeville Jones losing the district championship game to the Bears.
Yeah, that is an emphatic win right there. All right, tough night for Beeville. Let's get over to Alice hosting Zapata tonight. Let that sound turn down a little bit. There we go. All right, how about
it really felt like we were at the game.
Yeah, exactly. Coyotes looking to secure the 1 seed in this district. The defense coming up there on the 4th down. The turnover on downs. Now Alice going for it on 4th. Lucian Cruz going to find Landon Rodriguez over the middle. Touchdown. Coyotes go up 7-0. J.R. Castellanos' team doing it through the air on 4th down.
There you go. Feeling it at the beginning to give them the 7-0 lead.
Then Zapata here. Jan Valadez here with the big run. The Hawks starting to move it down the field a little bit. Then Landon Martinez, though, he's going to find Alice's Aubrey Davenport. That's an interception. Little fumble at the end. Coyotes would recover. And they take advantage here as Lucian Cruz going to find Justin Ariano. Alice goes up 14-0. They cruise in this one. Final 56-14. Alice gets it done there, the #1 seed outright champs next week with a win.
There you go. So Alice getting another big-time win, and we have seen some huge wins from Alice this year. They have to be really just excited with the production that they've seen from their coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting it done out there in Coyote Country. And hey, I was just told a final. Miller has gone final, 52-45. So they have secured the 1 seed in that district, which, again, we saw got a little crazy tonight with Vets losing to East, but Miller able to avoid the upset.
Absolutely, and that was honestly a little bit of a surprise, like we said earlier, that Vets had lost their game trying to rebound from losing to Miller, but Miller continuing to dominate this year. They are at the top of our rankings for a reason.
You know, the top 2 teams in that region, I don't think anyone will argue this year, Miller and PSJ North down in the Valley. We saw Vets beat them last year, but, you know, those 2 could be on a collision course much later down the line in a region final. Well, we've got plenty of action coming up. If you just can't wait for your scores, you can head online. KIIITV.com. You can follow us on Twitter, KIII3 Sports. Follow us on Facebook, 3 Sports Blitz. So you can check out all of that right now. We're back after the break.
More Friday Night Sports Blitz is next up. Stand by.